I'm Shannon.
Hi.
I'm, just so you know, I have a cold, so I'm not going to offer to shake your hand, but it's just because I don't want to give you my germs.
Okay, my hands are sweaty anyway, so.
Excellent.
Hi, my name is Donna.
Hi, Donna.
Hi.
Yeah. So, what brings you here today?
Well, I recently took a severance at my job that I've been at for 14 years, and I decided to go back to school, and I'm taking it online through distance, taking my social work degree. And I'm feeling overwhelmed. I'm feeling that maybe I made the wrong decision. I find it hard. I don't know, like I question, is it my age that, you know, it was 20 years ago that I got my first degree, and although I'm excited about it, I'm second guessing myself about everything, and I kind of am looking for some suggestions or some skills that I can relax a bit and absorb what I'm learning, because I'm learning it, but at the same point in time, I think the biggest thing is I'm having problems putting it from my thoughts onto paper, and that's a big struggle, and not being able to stick my hand up and ask a question in class because it's all online. I feel like I'm alone, and I get overwhelmed.
Yeah. Is that what you liked about school 20 years ago?
School 20 years ago was totally different, because it was 20 years past when I graduated from high school. It was 20 years later I went back to university.
Oh, okay.
And I think the difference was that I was in class at St. Mary's.
Right.
And there were other students in class, but it was funny. I was the oldest one, and I had, so much life experience, I thought.
Right.
And I just think now that there's probably just as many people that are mature students, and I feel if I ask questions, I'm going to look dumb, and I don't know, I second guess myself.
Yeah. Are you feeling like it's not your peer group? Is it the same as when you went back before, that you were older and now again you're older, or?
I don't know. Like, I mean,
Okay.
I think it's just a combination of, struggling that it's online.
Right.
And just my self-confidence is just not, I mean, I know the stuff that I'm doing.
Yeah.
I find it really hard to be able to function, to get it out there.
Right.
And get it on paper, and if I get any little bit of feedback or criticism from a teacher, then I go back right into second guessing myself again.
Okay. So I'm hearing that your self-confidence is not feeling as high as it usually is because of the lack of feedback or the lack of interaction.
Probably I would have to say the lack of interaction.
Lack of interaction.
Yeah. I'm more a visual person, that I like to,
Right.
I like to be around people that are, in the same classes, and like you said, you can bounce ideas off, and being able to put a face to who else is in the class with you makes a difference too.
Yeah. And are you able to connect with anybody in the class?
Yeah. There's a number of people that live in the city here that we can get together and at least bounce ideas off of, which is good.
Yeah.
But I guess it's just, I'm questioning, everybody that knows that I took the severance, and that I'm going back to school.
Yeah.
Everybody's behind me and supporting me. But I guess it's like, okay, if I fail, like, what do I do then? Like, if I, it's, am I more concerned about letting somebody else down or let myself down? And I think now it's like a combination of both. And
yeah, so a little bit of anxiety about going back to school, but am I hearing a little bit of anxiety about pressure outside pressure, or
It's
is
probably
that what
more
I'm
the
getting?
pressure that I'm putting on myself.
Inside pressure.
And
okay.
you know, I look for, you know, if I get an assignment or if something's due, I want to bounce it off somebody
Okay.
so that they'll give me the approval that I'm doing okay and that I'm on the right track.
Right.
When, you know, if I just go upon my own gut,
Right.
the dote comes in, and you know, it's just, you know, is my dote going to overshadow me being able to do my best and,
Right.
and do what I know I'm capable of doing, but just scared shitless to do it.
So, what prompted you to go back to school the first time?
I was in a job that I've always wanted to work with kids and work with families,
Mm-hmm.
and that was the driving force for me going back to school the first time. Ironically, I took a severance from that job, was offered to me, and
Interesting.
I went and completely switched over careers, went to university.
Yeah.
It was kind of funny. I took all the interesting courses first, and then they actually had to come and say, somebody got in touch with me and said, do you realize that you've got enough credits for, you know, a double major, but you haven't taken your electives yet?
Right.
So I took the electives, and, you know,
And
that was the biggest accomplishment going.
yeah. And how was your self-confidence?
It was good because, you know, I was 20 years younger, but I felt like I had something to offer. I say the kids that were in my class, and
Yeah.
it was in the
Okay.
class. You were in the class,
Right.
but at the same point in time, I'll have to say, when it came time to, if there was a course that I signed up for that the syllabus said that you had to stand up and give a presentation,
Yeah.
I whipped down to the registrar's office and withdrew from it, from the fear of standing up in front of people and doing public speaking.
Right.
So I think it's a self-confidence thing for me, but just trying to get to the tools of
Click it off.